Good morning. The only Grade 1 listed building in Wigan has been added to the National Register of Buildings at Risk. St Wilfrid's in Standish is one of 13 sites in the northwest announced today as new additions to the Historic England Heritage at Risk Register, which keeps an eye on buildings that might be at risk because of neglect, decay or inappropriate development, and it also including looking at bugs that might be causing a little bit of a stir. I've never heard of the Death Watch beetles before, and they're not a tribute band to the Beatles. These are real insects that are damaging the roof at St Wilfrid's, where BBC Radio Manchester's Michelle Adamson is today. Michelle, have you spotted one of these beetles yet?
No, they're very small, these naughty little critters up in the roof that are causing all the problems. There's also another little beetle that's being a little bit pesky called the furniture beetle. We'll have a little bit of a chat about that in a minute. Let's go inside to the church. Here we go, along the lovely paving slabs here into the nave. Oh, this is beautiful. All the wooden church pews, the beautiful arches, and looking above is the fantastic oak Elizabethan lattice work ceiling. Now in there are the beetles. That's where the problem is. With me is Reverend Andrew Holliday. Reverend, we've been talking about the Death Watch beetle. Your lovely church, it's so beautiful. There is a lot of scaffolding inside now, isn't there?
Yes, there is indeed. Some of it is supporting where the Death Watch beetle has done its business, but other parts of it, particularly in the North and South Isles, are to allow us to really investigate what's going on where the timber is concerned. And to ensure that the pathway that we take for the future enables us to continue caring for this significant building.
I was talking also, there's a furniture beetle that's causing a bit of a problem as well.
Yes, there is, sadly. But I think we've got a plan for dealing with that, which hopefully will enable us to continue also caring for the timber of the ceiling.
I'm just looking up to the roof of the building, and it's this amazing lattice work, crisscross of wooden struts, which is an Elizabethan roof, isn't it? Is this part of the Death Watch beetle problem?
I'm afraid to say it is. We've had historically issues with the roof, but we've now found some substantive work that needs to be done in the chancel area. And we're taking the opportunity at the moment, and that's why there's so much scaffolding in the church, to really do a deep dive into investigating where else it may be.
Yes, because of course I'm telling you how beautiful it is, but on both sides of the church you have got quite a lot of scaffolding inside the building. So some of your church isn't usable at the minute, but you are carrying on as usual, aren't you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So we still hold our main services each week. And we're still conducting all the things that you'd expect of a parish church.
And let's go a little bit more into the problem now, because the whole of the roof is this amazing woodwork here, this crisscross lattice work, as I was talking about. What is it that the beetle's been doing?
Well, the beetle, it's not the beetle itself that does the damage, it's its larvae. And what it does, it burrows into the wood and it just chomps away at it, creating lots of dust in the process. But what it does is effectively eat it away.
Oh, so you were telling me some of these struts are actually hollow inside now?
In the chancel area, what we've discovered is actually some catastrophic damage that the beetle has done over a number of years. You can't put a timeline on it, but through what we've been able to investigate, some of the enormous timbers are actually hollow.
Wow.
So what we've done in the chancel area is to put up some scaffolding which has become load-bearing, and in load-bearing we've put some 31 props to not only hold the integrity of the ceiling and so therefore give it some support, but also to make sure that the roof is kept in its integrity as well.
Well, let's have a word also with Florence Saltberger. You're here with us from Historic England. This church now on the at-risk register. What does that mean?
If we look at there are loads of buildings of really great historic importance within the country, but some of them really need to have our attention because they're at risk of decay and of loss of important elements. So putting them on the at-risk register is basically to put a focus on buildings that needs our attention. It's a bit like a health check or an MOT, and it brings us really to, or it allows us to really bring people together to care for those buildings that are most at risk indeed.
So not a scary thing really, because what you're doing is highlighting, look, this is a building that needs attention, and that might in its at the end result in money, grants, support and help.
Totally, that's exactly what it is. So here we just highlighted the fact that, as the Reverend just explained, that there is an issue with the 16th century oak ceiling, and it would be really sad to see this very, very important aspect of the church to lose some of its architectural element. But it's also a risk if the Death Watch beetle was to actually affect the structure of the building. So structurally, but also architecturally, we need to look into and then understand what's happening there so that we can take the right measures.
And I know, Reverend Andrew, you have a plan, and we will keep in touch with you to see how your plan is progressing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have a plan, and the plan will ensure that this church is not important to this community, but is also part of our national history, because our churches, our parish churches, are essential to the history of our nation.
Because this church has been at the heart of the community here since Elizabethan times.
Well, earlier than that, actually. There's been a church on this site since the 13th century.
Wow.
So it is the heartbeat of this community, because the community grew up around the church. It established itself as the place of history in this community. And that's something that we want to continue ensuring happens not only for our own generation, but generations to come.
There you go, Reverend Andrew Holliday here at St Wilfrid's, and they have a plan to get rid of those pesky beetles. The church will be carrying on for prosperity for generations to come, we hope.
Indeed it will.
We very much hope.